Good evening, everyone. My name is Kevin Mahoney. I am the director of the Lackawanna College Police Academy. I would like to thank you for being here tonight to celebrate the graduation of Hazleton Class 261. Yes. Well, we got a good crowd tonight. As we celebrate National Police Week, I'm pleased to announce that Class 261 is the largest Hazleton class in over a decade. The tide is finally turning back in our favor. But first and foremost, I would like to wish a very happy belated Mother's Day to all the moms, stepmoms, grandmothers, and great-grandmothers here tonight. As the British poet Rudyard Kipling famously said over 150 years ago, God could not be everywhere, so he invented mothers. So, round of applause for all the moms. And now I have at least half of the audience on my side. I would also like to sincerely thank the families and friends of our cadets for their unwavering support and encouragement as they progress through our program. The Academy training program is rigorous, physically, mentally, and emotionally, and requires sacrifices not only by cadets, but by their loved ones. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy your program this evening. I would also like to welcome all the representatives and presenters from law enforcement agencies present tonight, sitting right here. Thank you for your service, and thank you for entrusting us with training your future officers. And to anyone that says you can never find a cop when you need one, pick one right there. There's a whole bunch of them. But before we kick everything off, I'd like to thank our staff members here. They work tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure this program is the finest in the Commonwealth. From application to graduation, they all play an integral part in our Academy operation. My Assistant Director of Academy Operations is Jerry DeSoy, hiding back there. Jerry is a retired police chief of Wilkes-Barre and has been with the program for over 4 years. Jerry has over 36 years as a law enforcement professional. Paul Bowman is our Academy training coordinator and an Academy instructor, a former chief of police and an active police officer for over 30 years. Lisa Senek is our in-service coordinator and MOPEC compliance administrator, who keeps this train rolling on the tracks. Lisa could not be here tonight. For some strange reason, she chose a luxury vacation instead of listening to me prattle on all evening. But thank you, Lisa. I'd also like to thank and recognize Beth Thompson, our admissions advisor. The admissions and testing portion of applicants is long and has a lot of moving parts, and her efforts are essential in developing our cadet classes. I retired 3 years ago from the Pennsylvania State Police after serving over 25 years with them. Thank you. I did not plant her in the audience, just so you know. After 7 glorious days of retirement, I joined the Academy as an assistant director in Hazleton. I've had the honor of being the director here for the past 2 years. For over a quarter of a century, I worked alongside numerous graduates of this program, including municipal officers, county detectives, and state troopers. The Lackawanna College Police Academy has always had an excellent reputation, and I was excited to join the team. Most importantly, I need to recognize our instructors. There's an old saying about a foolish man who built a home on sand, and the winds and rains came and washed it away. Our instructors are the foundation of this academy, and that foundation is solid as stone. Our cadre of active and retired law enforcement officers from local, county, state, and federal agencies possess a level of professionalism, and expertise that I can confidently state are second to none. I can assure you they do not do it for the money. I would know, I do payroll every week. They do it because they honor and respect this profession and want to ensure that future generations of law enforcement will uphold the highest standards in training and integrity. Every graduation, I ask them to stand and be recognized, and every graduation, they don't. I'm going to try one more time. Will any instructors please rise and be recognized? And I'm batting 1,000 with that one right now. Finally, I'd like to thank Bill Shane, Director of the Lackawanna College Continuing Education Department, and Dr. Jill Murray, President of Lackawanna College, for their unwavering support of our program. Now, enough about me. I'd ask the audience to please stand and join me in welcoming the graduates of Class 261, led by Academy instructor and United States Marine veteran Jeff Hughes, along with Dick McLean on the bagpipes. I ask that you please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Instructor Hughes, please direct Class Lieutenant Stephen Brydock to begin the Pledge of Allegiance. United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. Class 261 will now undergo their final inspection as a class. The Lackawanna College Police Academy is a paramilitary organization, just like many police departments. Cadets are taught to follow strict rules and regulations, to act in a courteous and professional manner at all times, to maintain close attention to detail, and at all times conduct and present themselves in a manner that reflects a positive and professional image at our academy. The final inspection will be conducted by Mr. Dominic DeNaples and Instructor Hughes. Mr. DeNaples served on the college's Board of Trustees for many years and is a longtime supporter of our police academy.
Director Mahoney, this class is well and duly prepared.
Thank you, sir. Once the class is seated, we're going to hear from Mr. DeNaples, who is going to have a few words of wisdom for our graduating class.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for your attendance. My remarks tonight will be very brief, general in nature, and directed to those 29 cadets. This gathering here tonight for this purpose again demonstrates Lackawanna College's continued contribution and commitment to higher learning, culture, and to getting people job ready here in northeastern and central Pennsylvania. Lackawanna College has been educating and conferring degrees for a period spanning over 3 centuries. We began way back in the 1800s, all through the 1900s, now well into the 2000s, and tonight, honor, distinction, and pride has come to visit us one more time. Tonight, the honors and the distinction will rest with these 29 cadets. The pride as always will remain here at the Academy, and more especially with all of you, the families of the graduates. More especially because you are the people who helped with the tuition, the babysitting, the transportation, and you are also the people who gave them the encouragement and that little extra push to continue on when the road here at the Academy may have gotten a little bit bumpy. And yes, folks, the road here is rather bumpy. The hill is steep and it's curvy. The way is very challenging and somewhat difficult. However, those 29 cadets know that this is the small price that must be paid and the sacrifice that must be made in exchange for this, the better opportunity of being here today. Let's talk a little bit about being here today. Those 29 cadets are not here tonight solely because of their choice. They're not here because they looked at the program and said, good deal, the price is right, I think I like it, I'm signing up. No, it doesn't work that way. The screening process and the vetting process and all that is necessary prior to enrollment here is well above and beyond what the average citizen can understand. We get many applications, only certain few are selected. Now, class, this certification you get tonight doesn't come alone. It takes with it additional responsibilities on your part. All of a sudden, you're going to become somewhat of a role model. You're going to be looked up to by your friends, your neighbors, your family, and more importantly, the youth and the children you come in contact with. The bar is now lifted on your personal behavior, and you must conduct yourselves accordingly. You must lead, and you must teach by example. Class, you are well trained, and you're well prepared. And you're scrubbed up nice and clean and smartened up and shined up. And I think you look pretty good. What do you think, folks? Do these guys look good? I think they look great. However, the one single remaining unanswered question, how will they serve? How will they protect the dignity and integrity of the badge of a police officer? How will they keep it clean, pristine, and free from tarnish and blemish? How will they serve? Class, how will you serve? I have the answer. During the final inspection tonight, I walk through the ranks and I visit each and every one of them. And doing so, I look into the eyes and the faces of each one. What am I looking at? What do I see? I do not see doubt, confusion, uncertainties. I see hope, promise, confidence. I see that eagerness and willingness to learn, discover, and go forward in life. And life, as we all know, is one constant and continuous learning experience. A young mind, enriched, enlarged, expanded, with all of the values and virtues that this certification brings, cannot and will never shrink or return to its former size because skills, talent, knowledge are absolutely no burden to carry. Now, when we separate and leave here today, some of you have jobs to go to, others will be seeking employment. You need to be the very, very best at whatever you endeavor into. So set your sights high, point your arrows upwards, and don't be afraid to take that chance, because the biggest loss will be taking no chance. Learn to apply extra effort. Why extra effort? Because the ordinary effort does not always work. What is extra effort? Extra effort is in your mind, in your guts, in your backbone. It's the eagerness and willingness to learn, discover, and go forward, and the absolute refusal to quit or give up. Let's take a good look at reality. Take a good look at that real world out there today. Out in that real world today, it's the person who applies himself, the one who digs in, perseveres, lasts the very longest. It is not always the brightest bulb that succeeds and becomes successful. The human body and the human mind will perform far, far beyond your expectations, but only if you challenge them. I'll repeat, you must challenge them. Do not underestimate yourselves. You can do it. Today, you will add to yourselves one new dimension of character. You will add to yourselves an indelible mark of distinction that will remain with you. And here today, and at this level, you will graduate from the absolute finest and most challenging police academy in this Commonwealth. As it now becomes your turn to maintain, add to, and build upon that long legacy that law enforcement has enjoyed throughout the years. This great reputation has resulted from those who served before you, people like the director, Mr. Mahoney, Jerry DeSoya, some of your presenters here tonight, and your cadre of instructors. Note in your program that all of your instructors are listed by name. And further note that they come from all walks of life and every avenue and aspect of law enforcement, and each and every one of them are experts and specialists in their own little focused areas of expertise. And they're here for a few reasons. Well, we already said they're not here for the money, because anything around here, anything above minimum wage is considered overpayment. That remark was intended to draw a little bit of laughter. Okay. Let me tell you why they're here. They're here because they understand the need for good law enforcement. They're here because they also know that everything necessary to become a good police officer cannot be found online or in the textbook. They're here because they want to impart onto you, give to you all that they have learned, accomplished, and experienced throughout their careers. And for that, let us one more time recognize the instructors. Thank you, instructors. Okay, you're certified, you're going to work. You get up in the morning and you don the uniform of the day, which consists of handguns, handcuffs, communicating devices, protective clothing, and so forth. Tonight, the old man with the gray hair and the bald head wants to give you a few more items to put in that tool chest. And the items I'm about to give you, you must always have with you and never leave behind. Number one, your physical endurance. Always maintain your physical endurance. Number two, likewise, your mental endurance accompanied with the ability to evaluate a situation and react promptly, correctly, prudently. Number 3 is courage. You must always maintain your courage. And finally, and probably the most important of all, is good old-fashioned common sense. You're going to have to know how to and when to policemanize a situation, and you're also going to have to know how to and when to humanize a situation. And I'm sure those traits will be honed sharply with experience. Up until now and very recently, a municipal police officer's job consisted of traffic control, traffic violations, arsons, burglary, domestic disputes, and so forth. Today, in addition to all of that, we have internet predators, we have cyber network pirates, we have all kinds of theft by deception, let alone the drugs, narcotics, controlled substances made in backyard barns and alleys, a lot of them which don't even have names yet. Where am I going? My message is higher learning. You're going to need to take advantage of all of the continued workshops, seminars, and classes that will become available to you. Simply put, the crooks are getting smarter and smarter, and we need to stay a step ahead of them. Class, you are now a product of Lackawanna College's Police Academy, and you will always wear our label. Going forth in life, you must position yourselves and posture yourselves so that we here at Lackawanna can always be as proud of you as we are today. May God bless you. May God bless the United States of America, and may He watch over you throughout your entire career.
Thank you, Mr. DeNaples. All of our cadet classes come with a designated chain of command. The chain of command is selected by the Academy Director and Assistant Director with input from our instructors. Having a clear chain of command introduces cadets to the organizational structure of police departments. I am pleased to announce the chain of command for Class 261. Please stand when I announce your name. Class Lieutenant Stephen Brynock. Class Sergeant Catherine Lopez. And Class Sergeant Brian Jakubowski. Lieutenant Brynock will now address his class and the audience.
Good evening and welcome, family, friends, guests, to tonight's graduation of Class 261. We started this journey back in October of 2023, and tonight we have officially accomplished a major milestone in our law enforcement careers. Over the course of the last 8 months, we have spent countless hours training on all the basics of becoming police officers. Today, 29 cadets graduate after completing this long and grueling course that took an immense amount of hard work and dedication from each and every one of us. This academy and line of work takes away a lot of time from our family and friends, and certainly isn't for everyone. I want to give special thanks to all the family out there tonight and friends that are supporting their loved ones. It is not an easy task to do. Your support will help carry us through our careers and all the ups and downs that we'll encounter along the way. We have built many connections and friendships throughout this academy that will last a lifetime. Lastly, on behalf of Class 261, I'd like to thank the administration and all the instructors for all their hard work and dedication to this program. You all have helped mold us and prepare us for our careers in law enforcement. And Class 261, as every instructor has told us time and time again, I hope you guys seek further training to continue develop, growing, and becoming the best police officers you can be. I wish you all the best of luck, and thank you for your time.
I'm now very pleased to announce our guest speaker for tonight, Assistant United States Attorney Jenny Roberts. Attorney Roberts is a native of Lackawanna County and graduate of the University of Scranton. She then earned her Juris Doctorate at Villanova University. Go Cats. In a career spanning over 20 years, Jenny has served as an Assistant District Attorney in Blair and Luzerne counties, in addition to her current role with the U.S. Attorney's Office. Among her many roles in the Luzerne County DA's office, Attorney Roberts was head of the Special Victims Unit from 2012 to 2016, prosecuting the most horrible crimes and worst offenders in society, and achieving justice for the most vulnerable: children, the elderly, victims of sexual assault, and domestic violence victims. For the past 8 years, Attorney Roberts has served in the United States Attorney's Office as a human trafficking coordinator, organized crime drug enforcement task force coordinator, financial litigation unit coordinator, and asset forfeiture unit coordinator. I first met Attorney Roberts about 10 years ago when she was working in the Luzerne County District Attorney's Office. I had the opportunity to witness her in trial, and I can say without hesitation that she is a force of nature in the courtroom. I can think of no better person who represents the very best that law enforcement and the criminal justice system has to offer. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Assistant U.S. Attorney Jenny Roberts.
Kevin, thank you for your kind words today.
I said exactly what you wrote.
Thank you, I appreciate it. So the first thing I want to do, obviously, is say congratulations to all of the cadets today. Congratulations to you, and congratulations to your family. Your entry into law enforcement today is even more significant because it is National Police Week. I am so proud and humbled to be surrounded by people who are choosing a career that is to protect and serve their community. So thank you. Policing is difficult and dangerous, yet time and time again, law enforcement officers such as yourself and such as the individual sitting in front of me who I've worked with answer the call, and they show up for their communities when they are needed the most. You are public servants whose mere presence can make people feel safe and who can make other people feel very nervous. So you must hold yourselves to a higher standard than the people that you protect and serve, because they will hold you to that standard when you're on duty and when you're off duty. This job will provide you with some of the most exciting and rewarding experiences that anyone can be a part of. It will also provide you with the most challenging and frustrating experiences that you've ever had, not only physically and mentally, but emotionally as well. On any given day during your career, you may save someone's life. You may take someone's life, or your life may be taken. When you put that uniform on, you instantly become a highly visible member of the public, because the public looks to you for help. On many occasions, you're going to meet people on the worst day that they've ever had, and they're going to look to you for help. Looking around this stage, I'm confident that that's why you came to this academy, because you want to help. You want to help people. Keep in mind throughout your careers that the first step to helping someone is to listen to them. The best law enforcement officers are those who listen and don't just wait to talk. One of the most sincere forms of showing respect to an individual is taking the time to listen to what they have to say, whether they're a witness, whether they're a victim, whether they're a defendant. Oftentimes, your good work will go unappreciated and even unrecognized. But in reality, law enforcement, your chosen career path, is essential to maintaining our society. Without law enforcement, none of us tonight could walk to our cars and feel safe. Without law enforcement, none of us could go home tonight and feel safe. It's because of people like you and people like you that choose to serve and protect our community that we not only feel safe, but we are safe. However, law enforcement cannot be everywhere all the time. So when a crime is committed, who is called upon first to help? It's the police. It's the police who are called upon to help. As Kevin stated, I've been prosecuting defendants for approximately a little over 2 decades. I love my job. Anyone who's worked with me can say that I love my job. On a daily basis, I get to try to put bad guys in jail. I don't always succeed, but I always go down swinging. I couldn't do my job without law enforcement partners by my side every step of the way. Throughout my career, I've worked with local, state, and federal law enforcement officers. A lot of them, the vast majority of them, were great, were fantastic to work with, hardworking, passionate, compassionate when necessary. A lot of them were really good. A few were lazy and bad and put on the uniform for all the wrong reasons. Power. There were also a small few who were worse than bad, who were criminal, who I prosecuted. I challenge you to strive to be great. How do you do that? The 2 qualities that great law enforcement officers have are unwavering honesty and integrity. It is never too soon to start forming your reputation as being honest, whether you're in uniform or not, and having integrity. There used to be a time when just putting on that uniform commanded respect from the public. We are not living in that time any longer. Now you have to earn it. You have to earn respect from the public. The only advice I can give you on how to do that is to be brave. And I don't just mean walking into a crowd of unruly protesters to disperse them. Being brave in law enforcement also means doing the right thing for the right reasons. If someone, including your colleagues, is not doing the right thing, be brave enough to say something. And sometimes that will be the most difficult decision you have to make. That's why you have to be brave. But that's what maintains your integrity and your reputation. Because as a law enforcement officer, I can tell you that the only thing you have is your reputation. It's the most important thing. Be brave enough to ask questions. You don't know it all. There are some who leave the police academy and think they do, but you don't. Ask questions. Ask your field training officers. Ask your supervisors. Ask the prosecutors questions, because you will make mistakes. But be brave enough to admit when you make them and smart enough to learn from them. Be brave enough to ask for help. The most effective weapon against crime is cooperation and collaboration among law enforcement. You can't do it all, and you're not expected to do it all. Be brave enough to seek the truth. Sometimes it's easier to just close a case when you get the bare minimum facts. It's easier to jump to conclusions so you can move on to the next case or end your shift and go home for the night. You must always relentlessly seek the truth. That is your job. Be brave enough to always demonstrate that no one is above the law. Picking and choosing who we arrest and charge chips away at the public's confidence in the police. So just be brave. Every day, whether you're on duty wearing that uniform or whether you're off duty, earn that reputation for honesty and integrity, because once you lose it, it will be very difficult, if not impossible, to get it back. And just in closing, I'll say a quote from the first director of the FBI, J. Edgar Hoover. "The fight against crime is a battle of good versus evil, and we must ensure that good prevails." So good luck to you all, and be safe out there. Congratulations.
While we are very proud of all of our cadets, we would like to recognize those in Class 261 who have excelled in various areas of academy training. I would like to ask my assistant Jerry to join me at the podium to present the awards. No one knows who's getting these, by the way, except for me. Maybe him. Maybe him. The Driving Proficiency Award is sponsored by the Pennsylvania Chiefs of Police Association and is given to the cadet that excelled in our academy driving course. This award goes to Cadet Nicholas Lafata. The Firearms Proficiency Award goes to the cadet that achieved the aggregate high score in the use of pistol, shotgun, and patrol rifle. And our Hazleton cadre of firearms instructors, led by instructor Larry Sirkin, and our Scranton cadre of instructors are probably the best firearms instructors around. I should know I was one for 21 years with PSP. This award goes to Cadet Terry Buss. The High Scholastic Award goes to the cadet with the highest academic average of all courses combined. This award is presented in memory of former Assistant Director, District Attorney, and past Academy Director Mary Ann Grippo. The High Scholastic Award goes to Cadet Christopher Riley. The Trooper Joshua Miller Physical Fitness Award recipient is chosen based on scores of all physical fitness testing throughout the Academy program. Trooper Josh Miller was a graduate of this Academy and was dedicated to physical fitness. I first met Josh when I was a young trooper in Tunkhannock in the late 1990s, where he was an officer with the Tunkhannock Borough Police Department. State police was stretched pretty thin in those days, but we always knew that if Josh was on duty in the borough, he'd be the first to arrive if we needed backup. He eventually joined the state police in 2002, and on June 7, 2009, he was shot and killed in line of duty while rescuing a 9-year-old abducted child. The Physical Fitness Award goes to, we got a twofer, Cadet Christopher Riley. For the past several years, our Academy has been in collaboration with the Never Forgotten Motorcycle Ride. This organization is dedicated to the welfare of police officers and first responders while keeping the memory of our fallen comrades alive. Tonight, they are donating a $100 gift certificate for Star Uniform to every graduating cadet to assist them as they commence their careers in law enforcement. On behalf of the entire Academy staff, I would like to thank this organization for their generous contribution to our new graduates. Each cadet will receive their gift certificate as they receive their diplomas. With us tonight representing a Never Forgotten Motorcycle Ride is retired Scranton Police Officer Ethan Golden. Another tradition of the Academy is the presentation to every graduating cadet, our challenge coin, which depicts our Academy logo, honor, integrity, and courage. Cadets will receive their challenge coins in the graduation packets. Our cadets have the option to have a member of law enforcement or military present their graduation certificates on stage. Anyone who is presenting certificates, please come to the left front of the auditorium, and Instructor Hughes will assist you with your seating. Jerry.
Cadet Scott Ash. Cadet Morgan Billman. Cadet Daniel Bound. Certificate presented by his uncle, James Neary, United States Marine Corps, retired. Cadet Captain Stephen Brynock. Certificate presented by Sergeant John Casella, Bethlehem PD. Cadet Cadet Sidney Buggy. Certificate presented by Mayor Jeff Cusat, Mayor of Hazleton. Cadet Terry Buss, certificate presented by Patrolman Jason Price, Lehighton PD. Cadet Benjamin Saccone, certificate presented by Patrolman Victor Guevara, Berwick PD. Cadet Eric Danaher, certificate presented by Trooper Ryan Joyce, Pennsylvania State Police. Cadet Daniel Dimitrovic, certificate presented by Director Mr. Mahoney. Cadet Bryce Dragna, certificate presented by Chief Paul Olson, Frackville PD. Cadet Matthew Ercolino, certificate presented by Chief John Weissman, Catasauqua PD. Cadet Stephen Glova, certificate presented by his brother, Patrolman Raymond Glova III, Plymouth PD. Cadet Sergeant Brian Jakubowski, certificate presented by Director Mr. Mahoney. Cadet Dylan James, certificate presented by Chief John Gardner, State College Police Department. Cadet Wesley Jordan, certificate presented by Chief Phil Savage, Maine Township PD. Cadet John Kabuski, certificate presented by his cousin, Ali Beloga, Plymouth PD. Cadet Nicholas Lafata, certificate presented by Sergeant John Carb, Bethlehem PD, retired. Cadet Sergeant Catherine Lopez, certificate presented by Mayor Jeff Coussat. Cadet Alan Lynn, certificate presented by Director Mr. Mahoney. Cadet May Matsui, certificate presented by Chief Gardner, State College PD. Cadet Joshua McClellan, certificate presented by Director Mr. Mahoney. Cadet Christopher McCurdy, certificate presented by Director Mr. Mahoney. Cadet Christopher Riley, certificate presented by his brother, Sergeant Sean Riley, Plymouth PD. Cadet Phoenix Ritchie, certificate presented by Sergeant Tim Galloway, Pennsylvania State Police, retired. Cadet Robert Sohusky, certificate presented by his father-in-law, John Krumsky, Jenkins Township PD. Cadet Patrick Slewski, certificate presented by Mayor Jeff Coussat, Hazleton City. Sorry. Too many times you're coming up, Mayor. Cadet Mariah Vatovich, certificate presented by Chief Raymond Psycho, Shamokin PD. Cadet Michael Wallace, certificate presented by Chief John Gardner, State College PD.
Ooh, that's a lot of handshaking. We've reached the part of the program where we dedicate this class to a fallen officer. Every cadet class chooses a fallen or deceased officer to whom they dedicate their training and graduation. This tradition underscores the seriousness of the duties performed by law enforcement, as well as the importance of serving with honor and integrity. By doing so, they honor the men and women who have laid down their lives in service to the community. Class 261 has chosen to honor Sergeant Richard Carrero Mendez of the Philadelphia Police Department, who was killed in the line of duty on October 12, 2023. Sergeant Mendez was shot and killed at the Philadelphia International Airport's garage at approximately 11 p.m. He and his partner arrived in the parking garage preparing to start their shift when they observed subjects breaking into a vehicle. As they approached the men, the subjects fired at them. Sergeant Mendez was struck multiple times and his partner was shot in the arm. Sergeant Mendez was transported to Penn Presbyterian Medical Center where he succumbed to his wounds at 11:34. The suspects fled in a stolen vehicle. One of the suspects died from gunshot wounds, was dropped off at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. The rest of the subjects remained at large until October 16, 2023, when an 18-year-old suspect was arrested. Sergeant Mendez had served with the Philadelphia Police Department for almost 23 years and was assigned to the airport unit. He is survived by his wife and daughter. Sergeant Mendez was posthumously promoted to sergeant and awarded the Purple Heart and Medal of Honor. I ask that Class 261 officers step forward for the banner ceremony. The Lackawanna College Police Academy Guidon is adorned with banners bearing the names of fallen officers honored by our cadet classes. It stands at the entrance to our academy classroom as a reminder to our cadets of those officers who made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty. Assistant Director Tasoy is presenting the banner to Lieutenant Brynuck, who will affix the banner to the guidon. Instructor Hughes, please bring the class to attention. And I ask the audience to please stand for the playing of taps. Please be seated. We have come to the end of our program, and again, I'd like to thank everyone for coming here this evening. Class 261 endured more than their fair share of challenges in this class, outside of the normal stressors that come with academy training. A useless fact for you all to remember. The geography of the city of Hazleton is unique. It sits on a plateau nearly 2,000 feet above sea level, and it's the highest incorporated city in the state and one of the highest east of the Mississippi. Why do I tell you this? Because Hazleton has its own weather system. It's currently 14 degrees in Hazleton right now. I read somewhere that roughly translated, the word Hazleton means land of snow-covered highways. So while we were getting a dusting of snow up here in Scranton, they were digging out down in Hazleton. Early on, the weather turned cold. Winters in the city of Hazleton begin early and overstay their welcome well into the spring. Some of the cadets' few precious days off were spent in makeup sessions due to weather cancellations. It also seemed that every time Class 261 had any kind of outdoor training, it was raining or snowing or windy or temperatures with sub-zero. No one complained. Well, that guy did, I think, back there. They put their gear on and went to work. Not to be outdone by the cold, rain, and snow, the winter of 2024 was also characterized by nationwide outbreaks of various illnesses, stomach viruses, and respiratory infections. Class 261 was not spared here either. Various illnesses spread through the class like wildfire. Some cadets felt the need to inform us all in excruciating detail the symptoms they were experiencing. As my 15-year-old would say, TMI class, enough, just tell us you're sick. But here's one thing. When the times were tough, they didn't quit. When it seemed academy training would never end, they persisted. Lesser men and women would have given up far earlier. It is during adversity such as this that our true character is revealed. It is easy to be optimistic and upbeat when everything is going according to plan. But it is during hard times that we show our true strength. Adversity tests our resilience, determination, and ability to adapt. It pushes us to our limits. But it is within these limits that we find the strength to overcome. Adversity has the power to break us, but it also has the power to make us stronger. Every obstacle we face presents an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. Adversity teaches us invaluable skills such as problem solving, decision-making, and perseverance. These skills are crucial not only in overcome professional challenges, but also in thriving in all aspects of life. You have overcome adversity, and now it is time for you to go out into the world and serve your communities with honor, integrity, and courage. I am proud of all of you. Congratulations. I wish you nothing but long and successful careers. Be good and be safe. Lieutenant Brynock, for the final time, please take command of Class 261. There they are. Thank you, everyone. Have a safe drive home. Thank you.